Good afternoon, Ms. Huntington. Today, this is a follow-up meeting concerning the comprehensive evaluation of Teague. Um, Based on a scheduling conflict with Mr. Keller, he will be provided with a separate update meeting, and he will receive the same information that you're receiving. However, uh, when he's available, we will conduct another follow-up meeting so that we can all go over the goals for Teague and make final arrangements for any services he may need.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Since our last meeting, has the priority of improving Teague's fine motor skills and phonemic awareness skills changed?
No, those changes. I mean, those are still priorities that we need to continue to address.
Okay. And as noted in the previous meeting, the classroom modifications were to remain in place until the evaluation was complete. Have you noticed any improvements, or have you noticed any improvements from the modifications within this time period?
I've observed very very little improvement. Teague, we still have a lot of work to do with the student.
Okay. In what areas were you able to see some improvement?
Some improvement has been with his being able to pronounce the sounds of all of his letters. He is doing better with the help of his peers.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's good news that we're making some improvement. Okay. Now, based on the evaluation that has been completed, the results conclude that Teague is eligible to receive speech therapy and occupational therapy services. So, speech therapy will address um, him being able to hear and pronounce the letter sounds and anything that's additional that the speech therapist may recommend, and then occupational therapy will work on the fine motor skills.
And great, I'm glad that he will be able to get that help.
Awesome. And based on the difficulties that he's having, he is eligible to receive services from each type of therapy up to 3 times a week for 30 minutes per session. And as we start to see improvement, then we can begin to decrease the amount of time or the amount of days that he has to go into those therapies. But right now, based on the severity of his deficits, he can go up to 3 times per week with each type of therapy.
Oh, that's great news. That's great news for the student.
So just a few notes here. The sessions can take place in either the morning or the afternoon, and the scheduling will be based on the availability of each therapist. However, we also want to consider Teague's temperament as far as learning. So, for example, do we need to consider for him to do more difficult tasks in the morning, or maybe do we need to allow him to do those in the afternoon, and then after, based on the afternoon, then if it's closer to time to go home, he does the more difficult stuff, and then he's able to go home. So based on those things, what would you recommend so far, based on how well you've gotten to know T?
I would recommend any difficult tasks to be taken on in the morning. T comes into class very enthusiastic,
Okay.
and I think that would be the best time for him to do some of the tasks that may be a little bit more difficult for him.
Okay. Okay. And again, this will be discussed with Mr. Keller as well, um, just so that we are all on the same page. But we can definitely go into more detail when we schedule the follow up meeting. Um, and in the follow up meeting, we will have both therapists available as well as Mr. Keller, myself, and we would like to have you available as well, if possible. And within that meeting, we will schedule to finalize and approve all plans for his interventions.
That would be great. I will make sure that I am available and I will be present at the meeting.
Okay. Is there a particular time of day that you are more available?
Usually the afternoon, between one and two, I'm usually free.
Okay. I will make note of that, and we will try to definitely work around everyone's schedule. Um, and in order for everyone to be on the same page, we will also discuss with the speech therapist and the occupational therapist about collecting data. Um, and both the speech therapist and occupational therapist have developed their own methods of collecting data. But what we would like to also see and do is develop a data collection system for you while Teague is in your classroom. And when he's working on certain skills with you in the classroom, we would like to see data collected for that. And that's to ensure everyone is clear and targeting the same goals for him.
Hmm.
How do you feel about that?
I think that would be a good thing for me to be able to take whatever information that or get whatever information I can from my day to day, and bring it to the meeting and present it, to the therapist and also with T's parents.
Oh,
So that would be a good thing for me. I can always incorporate that into my daily schedule with T.
oh, absolutely. That sounds great. So that's exactly what we need, and as he progresses, progress and that will help us progress and redefine his goals as necessary, with everyone taking data and everyone working on all of the same goals. So while we will try to schedule a follow up meeting. That's really all that we have to discuss for this meeting. Do you have any additional questions or comments?
Not at this time.
No? Okay. Well, all of the notes from this meeting will be compiled and placed in Teague's file, and they will be available at the next meeting that we schedule for follow up.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much, and I'll see you at the next meeting.
Thank you so much. See you then.
Okay. Bye bye.